Okay, so this is to show you two related automations that allow you to take files from a files column and populate them to a certain place within a SharePoint directory. So you can see that this board has items that are connected to other boards. So you can see this one, John Doe, Harrison Ford, and this is connected to this one. So you can see here John Doe here, you can see Harrison Ford here. So the other thing that you'll notice is that for each item within this board, we have a SharePoint folder configured for it. So if I open that within SharePoint, you can see we've got a nice empty folder there. So the point of this, now I've just gone back to the other board, is that when the status changes to validated here, or you click this button, what we're going to do is we're going to collect these files out of the file column and send them over to SharePoint folder for the other board. So let's have a look at that automation. So it says when a button's pressed, export files from a particular column to a file path in SharePoint folder. Now what we're doing here is we're actually creating a file path underneath here. So if nothing's in there at the moment, what should happen is it should create this client uploads and pushed and populate board name and item name, and then put all the files within there. I'm calling this pushed because it's essentially pushing files from one place to another. I'll get back to that in a moment, but essentially I'm going to press this button, and what it will do is it will create folders, and then once it's created all the folders, it's going to upload all these items here, and we'll see what we've got. So over in John Doe, if I click this again, you can see we now have the client uploads folder. We've got the pushed folder. We've got the folder named after the linked board name, and then we've got a single item, a folder named after a single item, and we can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items corresponding with 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 5 or 6? Let's just press that again. There are 6 items corresponding to the 6 items for this item here. So that's pushing from one to another. Now, the opposite of this would be this item pulling all the files, all the assets from the connected items. So if we see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 connected items on this board, on this other board. So you can see John Doe 1 to 4 there. And what we're going to do with the other automation is pull them from this board, pull all the documents, all the files from this board, and place them in the SharePoint folder. So if I just close this, let's have a look at that automation. So this is on a button press. When pull connected files is clicked, copy all assets from deals. So this is the linked board to file path, and we're going client uploads pulled. We're going pull this time so we can see the difference. And then the board name, this is the name of the connected board, and then this is the item name, and this is the item name for the connected board, and save it within the SharePoint folder for this item. So let's do that. So the automaton starts running, and what we should see now is that we go in here and we can see client uploads, and this is pulled, it's just been created. And you can see individual client board, that's the name of the board, and then we've got a bunch of items here. So it's created a folder for each of the items, and then within each of these it's created the actual files that it's collected from the other board. So that's a really nice way of pushing or pulling files from items in connected boards onto SharePoint.